I would be prepared to go to prison personally if I think they are the ones breaking the law.
Yes, talking about World Economic Forum has been a thing. I started in January to call these people out. Recently, Elon Musk said something that triggered a lot of people about the World Economic Forum. I don't know if you have seen this. I have a couple of videos I'm going to play so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Zelensky recently announced peace talk in Davos 2024, but I wonder why this will be taking place in Davos. It is a call for concern. So on this clip, we are going to take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor to do that. And if possible, why not share out this video?
Well, I'm certainly happy to have a debate with KLAUS Schwab or others. Um, I think you guys maybe been following what's going on in Davos more than I have, and certainly more than the vast majority of people have. I think most people don't even know that there is a conference in Davos or the World Economic Forum. Um, and I've only seen snippets, but some of the snippets are concerning, and I don't think we should have a sort of an unelected quasi-governmental organization deciding our future. I mean, who made them the boss? I mean, do people even know that they're doing this? Like, they're, I'm not okay with some organization, that I don't vote for, controlling, my destiny or that of other people. So, and that I don't know if they're necessarily fully controlling, but they certainly are influencing things. And and it's I just don't. I think an unelected world government is not a good idea. Well, I mean, the original premise of the World Economic Forum was to have a some kind of forum where there would be interaction between government leaders and commercial leaders, sort of the heads of corporations and governments, and that there would be some forum for them to talk. Um, and like that original premise, I think is not a bad one, because right now you've got the UN, but that's just government to government, and you've got a bunch of sort of individual situations where commercial leaders will meet with government people one on one, but there's the sort of the good part of the World Economic Forum is like it's probably good to have some dialogue between commercial leaders and government leaders internationally. That's I think the positive side, and that's originally how I heard about the World Economic Forum, and I was invited to speak there many years ago, which I was just too busy working, and I was like, well, I can't really go spend 5 days in Switzerland. I have work to do in America, so. Uh, and they really wanted me to come talk there, but also pay them $20,000. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. So I declined the invitation. Um, and now it does seem that since inception, perhaps this organization has gained a bit too much power, and a bit too much influence. Um, and I think it should have less power and influence, is my opinion.
According to this tweet, Elon Musk on the World Economic Forum, that organization has gained a bit too much power and a bit too much influence, and they should have less power and influence, is my opinion. Yes, before I comment on this, let me read this article so you can understand exactly how the Ukraine president wants to talk about peace. Going down this article, Ukraine President Zelensky has said that talks on a peace plan will be held in Switzerland in January 2024, the day before the start of the World Economic Forum in Davos. The meeting on January 14 will be attended by the security advisors of several countries, the Swiss foreign minister told the Kingston SDA News. The topic is the so-called Ukrainian peace formula to put an end to the Russian war of aggression. The Swiss tab newspaper first reported on the announcement, which was made by Zelensky on X. I met with President Luis to thank Uruguay and its people for supporting Ukraine sovereignty and territorial integrity. Ukraine is fighting a tough battle against Russian invaders while also working to implement the peace formula, one of the key political. Going down the article, the talks in Davos will follow a meeting in Malta in October, which was attended by around 70 countries from around the world, as well as the European Union and the UN. Russia was not present. The Ukrainian peace plan foresees the immediate withdrawal of all Russian troops from all occupied territory, including Crimea. I believe you've seen these. That is how Zelensky has put it. It wonders me, if you want to talk about peace, why doing it in Davos? Why can't you talk peace? Bring the other party, because I believe Russia will not be part of this. So, what kind of peace you want to talk about? I don't get it. If you are talking about peace, the two parties should be involved. But why should this be taking place in Davos? That is a question. A lot of people are triggered by this. Now going back into Elon Musk calling out the World Economic Forum, the unelected leaders, nobody elected them, but the way they govern people, it is like they want to take over everything. For a very long time, Elon Musk has been outspoken about these people, calling them the way we should. When Linda became the top on Twitter, a lot of people call her out because she has been part of that organization. Along the way, people start changing their minds when they realize she's actually doing what they want. So that thought on World Economic Forum has gradually fed away. Elon Musk being outspoken about this is a call for concern. People should be able to talk about these people. Last year, I did a couple of videos about World Economic Forum, reporting on their activities. Their ideas are not too friendly. They always take some kind of thing to extreme, to a certain level, like you will own nothing and you'll be happy. These are the kind of things I don't like about these people. Now they are talking about digital IDs. It is all insane because they want to take absolute control of everything we have. They will control our money. It means if government is angry with you or you've said something or tweet something out and they're offended with you, they can take away your money at any time. So you can see clearly, the kind of game they play around.
There is now a consortium of village partners which comprises over 80 companies, international organizations such like the IMF, WTO, UNDP, also NGOs and academic institutions and the first countries. So the idea is to bring all the stakeholders, governments, business, civil society, together on a continued, sustained basis to supplement what we are doing here in Davos.